Monday. I just finished with my first client of the day and took a little break, maybe like an hour and a half. But before we move on with the rest of the day, I want to talk a little bit about rest days. I feel like I've gotten a lot of questions in videos where I talk about recovery in general, just about, how to determine if you need a rest day, what is a rest day, active recovery, all of these things. So we're going to break all of that down. So first, let's just discuss what is a rest day. I think it's pretty clear, but it's really just a day where you rest your body from traditional exercise. I think that this can be kind of a difficult concept for people to grasp because a lot of times we're told that more is better, especially with fitness. We're just constantly sold this image of like going harder, faster, longer, burning more, and that's actually not typically the best way to go about your fitness routine. Because in reality, the thing that's actually going to get us closer to our goals is making sure that we have ample recovery. And recovery encompasses a lot of things: rest days, sleep, stress management, and they're not necessarily easy to implement. But if we can start shifting our mindset around rest away from being something as like weak, or I'm being lazy, or I'm not motivated or dedicated, and shifting away from that and more into this idea of taking the time to rest and appreciate what our body can do for us, the better off we're going to be. So we're going to pull up my calendar and look where my rest day falls on this week. I don't think this is the best angle, but it's fine. We won't be here long. So looking at my week, we actually had a rest day yesterday. Today is my cardio day, so I have my cardio class, and then I take 2 dance classes later. Tomorrow I have this I'm going to talk about it in a future video, but it's this functional movement class that I've been taking that I really love. Wednesday, I teach a bar class, and then I'm also planning to go on a nice long walk because I actually am done after my bar class that day, which is great. Thursday is going to be another rest day. So the only thing I have a lot of walking to do this day, but then I'm going to teach my stretch class later that night. Friday, I'm doing a strength training workout after my day. And then Saturday, I'm dancing the entire day. So you can see that I have 2 rest days during my week. One of them, yesterday, I would say was very just rest. And I'm gonna say Thursday is more like active recovery because I am gonna be up and about. So before we jump into the nitty gritty, the stone cold Steve Austin hardcore facts of the benefits of getting a rest day, we do have to keep moving on with our day. So my next client is at 10 a.m. It's about 8:45. I, in that time, need to look a little bit more presentable because I'm going to be filming some stuff immediately after, and I want to make sure that I eat breakfast and I want more coffee. So we're going to do that.
Life right now is a movie. Yeah. Wish the soundtrack was groovy. Too bad I'm frustrated, I'm moody. Yeah. Just need a happy ever after. Guess this was kind of fun when it all started going down. Walking around in PJs, nap on the couch, watching TV all day and spending time inside the house. Said it is all gonna be over by the end of May, but here I am, a face mask every day. The way this year is turning out, I might go big cliche.
Okay, we're in the middle of filming content. I have to get out of these normal people clothes and back into workout clothes, and I have 2 more things to film. I'm trying to batch for the rest of the month, and I have a piece of branded content that's due today, so I gotta finish that. But I wanna show you guys this outfit because I'm kind of obsessed with these jeans. So these were actually gifted to me from Mott & Bow, which I'm pretty sure is local to New York, but I am fully obsessed with these jeans. They ask you a lot of questions about sizing to make sure that they get you the right ones, and these fit pretty darn perfect. They're a smidge too long. I think I got the shortest size that they have. I'm also 5 feet tall, so it is what it is. And then this shirt is from them too. They sent me one in black, and it's just very simple. I feel especially the jeans, it's very hard to find ones that fit me right. This isn't sponsored, but they did send me over a discount code in case you guys want to use it and try it out. Again, I'm fully obsessed with these. I literally only have 1 other pair of jeans because I live in workout clothes. And it's also really hard to find good ones, so now I have 2. Okay, let's get out of these because I'm sweating. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the benefits of taking a rest day, and then I'm gonna finish out those last 2 pieces of content. Let's go. Okay. Great. So let's talk about some of the benefits of rest days. First and foremost, it's gonna help prevent injuries. This is number one for me. I've had so many stupid injuries from either pushing myself too hard or honestly just like not warming up properly. I've had everything from hamstring pulls, low back bullshit, calf strains, and honestly, it is not worth it. And look, I'm not trying to instill this fear of actually doing movement in you, right? Like, I'm not saying that movement leads to injury, because you can do something right 100 times and then do it wrong once and hurt yourself. And that's just what life is. But let me put it this way. The risks associated with doing movement are so much lower than if you're not doing movement. Meaning, if you never partake in formal exercise ever in your life, you're gonna be really open to a lot of chronic illness, chronic pain. So it's just like risk versus reward, right? But anyway, back to the original point, taking a rest day at least once a week is going to help your body recover so that you can continue to do your exercise without hurting yourself. All right, reason number 2, I kind of just alluded to it, but this is going to help with muscle growth and overall muscle repair. So when you exercise, like if we take strength training, you are actually creating little micro tears in your muscles. And then as your body rests, it's going to repair and fill in those spaces to build up more muscle tissue. But that literally cannot happen unless you're taking adequate rest. Otherwise, your body is just like, it's playing catch up and it's like, all right, we just need to make this work so that this person doesn't injure themselves. So you just need adequate rest to let that happen. And adequate rest is gonna mean something a little bit different to everybody. For beginners, you're probably gonna need more rest than a more advanced person in the gym. But always remember that you are unique and you are your own person. So it's the most important just to listen to your own body. Some signs to look out for, like if you have really intense brain fog, if you are really fatigued, or if your sleep is suffering, if your performance in the gym or in your workouts is suffering, it's more than likely a sign that you need a little extra recovery time. So maybe another rest day. And the third main benefit in my eyes is helping to alleviate muscle soreness. It's pretty self-explanatory, like take some rest, let your muscles recover, you probably won't be as sore. And in terms of soreness, overall, it's not really a good measurement of like how good your workout was, unless the goal of your workout is to be really, really sore. So then sure, it's a great measurement, but that shouldn't be the goal of your workout. So I always tell people you should be sore sometimes. If you're always sore after a workout, you're probably pushing way too hard. If you're never sore after a workout, you're probably not pushing hard enough. Soreness is typically just a sign of like a new stimulus. So if you go up in weight, if you're using like a new modality, if you were doing bilateral movements, then going to single leg or vice versa, you might be more sore than usual. And that's okay, because an excellent way to combat this is a rest day. Now, I feel like the burning question I get a lot is like, what does rest mean? Because we hear these terms like rest day, but then active rest day or active recovery. So we're gonna talk about that next, but first, we have to go on with the day. So it's just about noon, so I finished all of that filming just in time. I do have one more quick thing I have to film. And then look at this. Look at this beautiful chunk of time I have. So in that time, I have to get out a few emails. I have to prep for my class tonight. I have to review for my dance classes tonight. Kevin promised to make us grilled cheeses, so hopefully that happens. And then all of that content I filmed, I want to get like captioned, edited, submitted off, like scheduled, ready to go. So that's what our day's gonna look like. Let's go.
All these people all around me always worry about something, yeah. Saying I should stay up in the books and not start to build a buzz, but they the ones bugging, yeah. So I don't really feel like staying, I don't really feel like playing. Quit fucking with the plans, a couple young kids, polo kicks, not rich, stacking money on a one-way trip, yeah. I ain't really worried about nothing, all these people all around me always worry about something, yeah. Saying I should stay up in the books and not start to build a buzz, but they the ones bugging, yeah.
All right, so the last piece of the puzzle that I want to talk about is this idea of a rest day versus an active recovery day. So let's just say that you want to take a day off from your training, but you don't want to just like lay on the couch and do absolutely nothing. That's a great day to take an active recovery. And active recovery is just low intensity exercise. So things like going on a walk, swimming, yoga, mobility work, there are tons and tons of options. And this is the type of rest that I'll take 99% of the time. And if I'm being honest, that's simply because my life is already really active, so it kind of always just works out that way. But it just makes my body feel the best. So if we go back to looking at my schedule from this week, yesterday was like my full-blown rest day. I think I got maybe only like 5,000 steps, and that was because we left the house once to go to brunch, and then we came back, and I really just hung out on the couch. I think that was more like a mental recovery day, if anything. But then if we look to Thursday, like sure, I'm definitely taking a rest day as far as my formal training, but I'm waking up, I'm going to train a client, then I'm going to the DMV, then I'm walking home. So like a lot of walking in there, I will absolutely hit 10,000 steps. So I'm gonna classify that more as like an active recovery day, if that makes sense. Now, if we actually look at the data and the studies behind active recovery versus like a full-blown rest day, there's not really enough to make like a firm decision on what you should do. And honestly, most of these studies have just been done around athletes and like athletic performance and the recovery that works best for them, not necessarily like the everyday person. So I would just say again, experiment and see what works best for you. Okay. Also, this is like a ton of stuff that Kevin got mailed for work, and it's just sitting in this room. So here's the thing. Usually when I do these vlogs, I'm like talking about something throughout the day. I just like end it when I'm done talking about the thing. We're done talking about rest days now. So if you want to go, there's probably going to be a few minutes left of the vlog simply because I have more to my day. So I have my karaoke cardio class. I have my 2 dance classes later. And then I'm actually grabbing a drink with my friend Laken, who is a fellow YouTuber, and you should definitely check her out. So we're just going to film some of that too and pop it on in here for anyone who's interested. Let's go.